Hi Scorpios, welcome to your reading for Saturday, September? Maybe something happened in September. January, I'm sorry, 6th, January 6th. Maybe something happened in September or was taking place in September for you that is resolving now at this moment or today. I was getting some sort of heavy heart energy, so feeling some heart clearing or cleansing. I've got this moss agate here. It's really pretty. Um, this was called blue ice. If anybody knows what this is, let me know. I think it's like a form of tourmaline or something. We got our little scorpion here and just a little Moncala dragon marble. So just some stones and crystals to kind of ground us in that heart healing energy. I don't know, I was feeling a little ethereal and wanted something nice. So let's open with a sound healing. If you want to enter to win a free reading on 111, please enter that in the comments. And if you're here, like, comment, share, subscribe. It helps my channel grow. Thank you to those of you who have. All right, let's go. Nice. So just with the opening, I was feeling the bowl resonating in my left hand. The left hand is the hand of receptivity. So you might need to be open to receive things that you resonate with in your heart healing journey, and whatever it is that you're wanting to open up to. Like, just ask yourself if your heart resonates with it. And you should probably feel that intuitively, but if you've been through some stuff, we can have a tendency to question ourselves. So stay out of the mind, come into the heart space, do some heart opening poses. If you're into yoga or anything like that, some chest openers. Five of Cups, yeah. So you've been looking at the past, whatever it is you've walked away from, whatever cups have spilled into this like dark void in the ground. I like that she's underneath the stars. There's something actually kind of nice about the feelings in this Five of Cups, even though she's like obviously sad. I think it has to do with her just being out in this landscape. I want to know what the affirmation is on this card. My tender heart helps me navigate toward my bright future. Are you kidding me? Okay, Spirit, I'm listening. It's really hard to miss synchronicities that are that blatant. My tender heart leads me towards my bright future. Yeah, come into your heart space. Easier said than done, right? And carry maybe some green moss agate with you. Um, Spend some time in nature. Uh, Work on improving your posture. Four of Swords reversed. So what I'm seeing in this Four of Swords reverse, the Four of Swords is rest, recovery, rejuvenation in the traditional tarot, but here she's like in this bird's nest. Sorry, it's so shiny. And there's this string attached to the heart, right? So something has been like attached to your heartstrings, maybe even holding you back from being able to recover. This is like gateway rune right here. This rune is like an opening or a gateway or womb. The rune, the X is partnership, so you might be like sort of between partnerships right now because there's like one on either side of this opening, but you also may be going through some sort of portal or gateway, some sort of spiritual awakening, and feeling like an attachment still to your past incarnation, even if you're living just a different incarnation in this same body in this same lifetime. We go through ego deaths, and especially time moves a lot faster than it used to, and it's full of a lot more things than it used to be for human beings, right? And I feel like our minds have evolved much more quickly than maybe our hearts have, like just collectively. And so maybe you've been through a lot of like ego deaths or cyclical patterns in this lifetime and like haven't really had the time to process them. So this is you sort of maybe resisting the time to process, resisting the act of letting go. I give myself permission to slow down and heal. In the reverse, it means not recognizing the dangers of burnout, a need to spend time recovering, dedicating your energy to self care. So we go from the 5 to the 4. You might be retreating, withdrawing, kind of going into hermit mode for a little bit, working on you in whatever way that means, even if it just means like nourishing your body with good food. You know, it's the new year, so a lot of people are working on their New Year's resolutions, nourishing your body with exercise, nourishing your mind with rest. Your relationships, maybe if you're generally a hermit, it might be you nourishing your confirmation, might be you nourishing your relationships. Ooh, there's a couple that wanted to come out here. Ace of Swords reversed came out yesterday, and the Queen of Swords reversed. So what is the Ace of Swords reversed? It's usually like a major truth. The Ace of Swords, it is like the truth, the proverbial truth. It's ruled by Archangel Michael. The shadow side is overanalyzing, getting stalled out or stuck, clouded judgment, keeping the truth inside. Queen of Swords reverse is very similar. Clouded judgment, somebody who might communicate harshly about their opinions, believing them to be fact. I experience brilliant moments of clarity. So this could be your or one of your affirmations to help you get through this blockage. These are blockages right now, so you don't want to rest, or you're facing burnout. You're maybe burning out because you're overanalyzing, your mind's sort of spinning. It says massive clarity is on the way, a new door is opening for you. If you are finding yourself with clouded judgment or with stalled thinking, it's time to seek the brightly lit energy of honesty. Gather your discernment, your intellect, your logic, and your insight, and clearly communicate the truth that is bubbling up to be witnessed. So you're hiding from some sort of truth, maybe, Scorpio? We'll clarify all of these. I'm getting curiouser and curiouser. I speak with wisdom and clarity. So the shadow seer side is sharp and sometimes cold communication. Strive to use your words wisely and refrain from being mean or emotional. Indifference, a message to use your head more and your heart less. Aloofness or bitterness. Interesting. Sometimes this communication style can come across as cold or cutting. So if you are having trouble communicating something that is difficult for another person to hear, know that you can always dip your toe into the cup of empathy and compassion to help with your delivery. Sharp analysis and careful consideration are always intelligent moves, as is being able to clearly connect with others in a way that is easily accepted and understood. A clear heart and a clear mind will allow you to speak your truth always. I speak with wisdom and clarity. So you might be holding in some sort of truth about a situation that left you feeling out in the cold, or left you feeling drained. In the Five of Cups, of course, she still has, or they still have like 2 cups standing up behind them. They just haven't been able to turn around yet and look at them because they're still cutting cords to the past. So a cord cutting ritual came up yesterday in your reading as well. That might be necessary. And that cord cutting might occur. The knife and the pen are equivalent in tarot. They're symbolic of one another. So you might find this truth and unravel your mind by like just automatic writing or channeling and seeing what comes out. Maybe you just really need to spend some time with the words that are buzzing around and the opinions that are buzzing around, like without judgment, in your headspace. And then the Queen of Swords, it's like maybe you can write a letter to somebody, if you have something to say but you feel like it's going to be hurtful. Maybe you can write a letter first and just kind of analyze it or look at it and ask yourself if that's true, and if it is, like, how can you look at what you've written and like maybe help it sound a little bit more compassionate. What is the outcome? This is your present state. This is your recent past. This is your distant past. This is also how others are viewing you, and this is what's crossing you. So, like, what is kind of coming up, what's coming into your space, what's your next sort of hurdle outcome. Ten of Pentacles. That's amazing. Okay. Wow. This is like family, wholesome wish fulfillment, like achieving the ladders of the Sephiroth in the 3D, like grounding the spiritual in the 3D. Um, that is a super great. I wanted to say dope ass card. maybe that's maybe that's how you communicate, or maybe you know somebody who communicates this way. All right, what is this Ace of Swords reverse? I think we're gonna use. Oh no, we're gonna keep on with this. What is this Ace of Swords reverse for Scorpios, please, Spirit? This is like a new deck, so it's still pretty slippery and like hard to shuffle well. Oh, you know what I'm seeing here also is like there's all these spiritual symbols floating up above around this. I always look at this as like in the Thoth Tarot, the universe card, she's like threading the eye of the needle. So you might just be like completely inundated with like knowledge or information or spiritual downloads and like not taking the time to sit down and absorb them. So, or like esoteric knowledge. So if you sit down and just quiet your mind, like unplug, that might help as well. But you might be feeling like you don't have time to do that, right? Like you might kind of be distracting yourself from being in your own space, but that's because there's this healing to do and you're avoiding it because your heart hurts, you're in pain. Ace of Swords reversed is the Ace of Pentacles reversed. That seems kind of brutal, Spirit. Why is this Ace of Pentacles reversed? The need to create strong foundations to support your dream, risk of financial loss, missed opportunities, the need to prioritize being overly greedy, and missing the bigger picture. By figuring out your soil conditions, your watering schedule, and the needs of this unique seed, you will be able to see it through to fruition. Bring your determination and dedication, and see your abundance spring to life in the form of successful outcomes, material and financial wins, and soul satisfying well being. Oh, you know why? You know what this is? This is you, like, you may have been gifted a new beginning after a very painful situation, the Five of Cups. And I don't know if you're resisting healing or if you're working. You're working in order to like not really have to sit with this feeling anymore, or you're feeling like maybe working is the way you're going to get out of this, and you might be worried you're not doing enough. I think that Ace of Swords reversed is you thinking like, what else do I need to do? What else do I need to do? What else do I need to do? And the Ace of Pentacles reversed is like, no matter what you do, it's still not enough. It's still not enough. It's still not enough. Because the blockage here is rooted in just this sort of need to be able to sit with yourself in silence and chill. You had a reading a couple days ago that was like, relax, be grateful for your blessings. And there's a real serious need for you to do that here, Scorpio, because you're in like super manifester mode this year. And if you're sort of in this go 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 cycle, like in this lack mentality is Five of Pentacles, but the Five of Cups is emotional lack, right? You're going to manifest more of that, but I mean, you're clearly not. It's like, because it ends in the Ten of Pentacles here, I think what you're realizing is just how hard you've been on yourself because of whatever this situation was. What's the Five of Cups for Scorpios, please, Spirit? Knight of Wands reversed. Some lack of passion. Somebody who, like, came in and out of your life and maybe jacked it up somehow. The Knight of Wands is playful, fun-loving, but this Knight of Wands is like, it's the Knight of Wands reverse is like somebody who gets satisfaction from like bringing other people down. In this context, that's what's coming up for me as I'm reading this. I don't know that I've ever read him as that before, or her. In the pursuit of the imagined, I manifest this fire with the infectious feelings of inspiration. The shadow energy is unfocused energy, self-sabotage with fiery emotions, recklessness, the need for more self-awareness, being cocky. Ooh. So if this is you, Scorpio, you'll know. If there's some part of you that hasn't been strong enough to like stand in your authentic energy and is overcompensating because you feel like you're not enough, not enough, not enough, like you could have sabotaged a situation, whether that was just your, or you could consistently be sabotaging your own creativity. Like it's not enough, it's not going to be good enough, like why bother? What is this? Four of Swords reversed. Sorry, this one wants to come out. The Chariot. Oh, moving forward. Look at this Chariot card. Sorry, it's just really pretty. All these cards are really pretty. This guy is stoked. He's not even in the Chariot. He's like on top of it. Like, I don't want to be inside of there. I want to see what's going on. Look at this landscape. It's all purple. So there's a bunch of pretty colors of purple, red, and orange here, like really grounding your sixth chakra, third eye energy into like the first and second, into reality. Something about moving forward with your creative endeavors is going to help to bring about the manifestation of this Ten of Pentacles. The Chariot is also coming into some sort of state of balance and making the decision to move forward with, I love that the Knight of Wands reverse is the fiery energy that precedes the Chariot here, because it's like you were holding yourself back, holding yourself back, holding yourself back. It's like you were pulling the rubber band or the bow for the arrow, and then you just let it go, and bam, here's your manifestations. What's the outcome or the solution to this Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords reversed? We have the outcome of this overall situation, but I want to know kind of like, oh, that's beautiful. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles is the work. It's the work. Also, look, there's like a stack of books right here and a quill. You might very much be a writer. You might be holding a candle to the darkness, illuminating what is not illuminated yet, like revealing what has not been revealed. This green candle, green is also the color of the heart chakra. And then there's all these moon cycles here. So maybe something about the moon cycles is significant. The Chariot says, I choose who I am becoming, and I run toward it with conviction and consistent motion. So the Four of Swords reverse, yeah, is you like holding on to the past ego identity, as I think I said that at the beginning of this reading, right? And then this is you choosing, this is who I am. Victory, speed and action, determination, harnessing and uniting opposing energies, success, travel, confidence, willpower, control. Awesome. That is so awesome, especially after this Knight of Wands reversed. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles leading up to the 10 quite quickly. That's so cool. Doing the work. With loving determination, I persevere and I become the person I long to be. Mastering a skill, an expert, craftsmanship, the Meraki that you put into your work, methodical progress, patience, and determination, your sole purpose. So maybe you're also resisting healing because there is like something that you need to master, and you might even be holding yourself back from feeling playful about it because of this self-sabotage, like this subconscious self-sabotaging energy that comes from this. I have a feeling it comes from this Queen of Swords reverse, who might be like a childhood influence on the scaffolding of your mental landscape. The reading yesterday, January 5th, talks about kind of undoing your mental landscape at the bare bones, at the foundations, and what that does to like a person's grip on sanity. And just like reading the red book, like finding support in people around you and like people who've taken similar paths before you, reading up about like attachment styles and stuff, that might really help with this Queen of Swords reverse and healing this Five of Cups energy. Again, I feel like it's subconscious, maybe something deep rooted. 8, 9, and 10 of Pentacles. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. So the solution to your Queen of Swords reversed is to be in the Nine of Pentacles. Like, be happy in your own energy. Give yourself love, love on yourself. If you're single, if what you're feeling in this Five of Cups is like a breakup, then this is you. Like, she's got this pentacle and there's a bird on top. This is you learning to enjoy life's simple, beautiful pleasures. She's got all these herbs hanging from the ceiling. So you might be like into herbs or healing with herbs or naturopathic medicine or just making soap or candles at home or something. You might start learning about the plants around you. I went through a phase in my life where like everything felt really dark, and I started just learning about the plants around me and what they could do. And it was like this bright light of hope that just kept me going, because if you just start learning, you realize you can learn forever. Because like, how many people do you know who can identify even like 10 plants when you're out on a walk, let alone like all the plants you come across? Not many, right? So anyway, there's that rambling message. She's also got this little pot or cauldron down here, and this pentacle has a pentagram on it. So this is you learning how to like balance all of the elements of earth, wind, and fire. Maybe you want to listen to some earth, wind, and fire, but all of the elements into the material realm, and then bringing your spirit to it, to like bring it to life, bring it happiness, bring it joy. What does your Ten of Pentacles look like? I mean, you know that answer, right? Better than anybody. Oh, wow. 10 of Wands. Wow. That's so interesting. Maybe you're somebody who requires a path of service to others. Maybe that's just kind of in your like, I wanted to say your DNA. Maybe it's just like how you're made. You just want to be of service to others. Find your path of service. Whatever this thing that you're mastering is, or working on, this skill, this work you're doing, it's going to help to serve others. And it might just be the work of like showing up emotionally in this space. 10 of Wands, I release my burdens into the ethers, knowing that the universe will help me to tend to the essentials. Lights here, taking on too much, an opportunity to free yourself from heavy burdens, obligations, finding yourself close to a successful outcome, the need to prioritize, a message to keep going. So we did talk also about taking on too much here, right? Like thinking you're not enough, you're not enough, you're not enough. And then your 10 of Pentacles is literally you being like, oh, I did way more than I thought I did. Like, why did I do that to myself? I didn't need to do that. So your 10 of Pentacles might very well be you just coming to this realization that like you've been really hard on yourself, and finding a way to let go and enjoy a little bit more. Let's see here. I pulled out the Guardian of the Night Tarot because I really like these lovely animals, and I love all the like color on these decks. They were gifted to me by the same person over Christmas, and it just seems kind of right to use them with one another today. Spirit, can we please get an animal message for this beautiful reading? Thank you, Spirit guides. Can we please get an animal message? Six of Swords. Oh, it's a turtle. It's a sea turtle. So it came out reversed. I don't recall if these cards have reverse meanings or not. Let us see. No, it doesn't appear so. The Six of Swords carries an energy that is slightly dispirited. It's the energy present on cold, gray Sunday afternoons during the winter months when I wonder why I moved to Seattle and not someplace sunnier. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, I just moved away from Seattle. This is kind of personal, huh? There really isn't anything bad happening, but there also isn't much excitement. Either way, life is moving on and it isn't horrible. A situation that didn't pan out how you had hoped may trigger moments of regret, but with acceptance, the past will drift away and a new adventure will begin to unfurl. The Six of Swords asks that you give space and time for low vibrational feelings, time yeah, time to surface so that you can gain a clear vision for a more positive path. You may not be experiencing a great deal of enthusiasm, but at least you are moving in the right direction. When you need to feel at peace at a slower pace, when you need to feel protected from negative self-talk or outside influences that jeopardize perseverance, that's here, perseverance. Call upon the turtle. A creature that can ride the waves and follow the currents for thousands of miles knows a thing or two about patience and letting go of a need for speed. The turtle asks that you use this time to gain perspective and not rush through life, otherwise, you may miss some crucial moments. Persistence, direction, protection, and patience. So, your outcome is the Ten of Pentacles. In between, you have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm seeing you have the option for the Nine of Pentacles or the Queen of Swords. Like these might be two energies that you're sort of wavering between. You have some reversals here, right? And then some uprights here. And so it's like these are the counterbalancing energies that you're working with as you like go on this weaving path. Your advice here is to persevere, move forward with enthusiasm, and realize that when you're in one energy, the other is accessible to you through a shift in perception and through giving your burdens over to spirit, knowing you'll be provided for, especially if you're in some sort of energy of lack regarding your finances, regarding your mental state, regarding your emotions, and even your physical state. You give this over to the divine, knowing you'll be provided for. Um, and doing this, I think, is going to allow you to see results that you couldn't even have imagined, like not very long ago. The sea turtle, I just watched The Never Ending Story, and there's this turtle that it's Morla. She's like the most ancient being, and she's thousands of years old and talking to herself because nobody's come to visit her. And Atreyu is asking her for advice, and she's like, not that it matters. And he's like, well, if you don't give me the answer, everybody's gonna die, even you. And she's like, well, that would be something at least. Like, I'm just like, basically she's just stuck there in the mud, and one thing is as good as the other. And I'm kind of getting this sense that once you get your momentum going with the Chariot, whatever sort of apathy you might have been like wavering around with this Knight of Wands reverse and the Five of Cups, I'm getting like the result of these two is like apathy. Then you get, okay, I'm gonna heal, and you're like enthusiastic about it and you charge forward, and then you're like, oh no, I'm not doing enough. I've got this Ace of Swords, I've got this Ace of Pentacles, but I don't have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands yet. And it's like, just handle your pentacles and your swords for now. Your thoughts and your finances, just work on those. Just work on those. You're going to be fine. Your perception and your reality. Your perception of your reality, that's your work right now. Opening your heart, healing your heart, and and working on how you perceive your reality, including yourself, right? And it looks like you're coming into a new ego identity. So it would make perfect sense if you need to structure your perception of reality with intention first before you can really like grow your foundations. That's what this Ace of Pentacles reverse was. It's like you need to create an established foundation first. So that's your current energies. Going forward, you have the Queen of Swords reverse, somebody who might be a little bit unclear or letting emotions sort of cloud their judgment, or somebody who, did I read the Nine of Pentacles? I think I did. I really like the affirmations on these cards. I enjoy the bliss and abundance that I have sown. Yeah. Or somebody who enjoys like what they have, like lives in the moment. Yeah, enjoys what they have. Um, speak the language of birds. That 3103 on the timer. That's something that's come through over and over and over again. I cannot remember where I read it or if it's from like a psalm or some sort of biblical text or something. Speak the language of birds. Um, birds have their hearts open. They're attuned with the electromagnetic field of the earth, so they know like when to fly south. They're attuned with each other in such a way that they can fly in like flocks and like move in perfect synchronicity with one another. With all these herbs and the birds here and speak the language of birds, like you might just, even if you're alone, like just really benefit from getting grounded and like attuning your body to the like biochemical signature of the earth around you. Like just go outside and lay on it. Go lay on the outside. Go lay on the ground. Just feel that. Laying down your burdens in this Ten of Wands means you might be getting help. There's animals on both of these cards. Well, really, there's animals on like all these cards. Yeah, there's birds on all these cards, and a dog, and like a steer or a cow. So you might have like a Taurus friend or like a really loyal friend or some really loyal family, just people you can like, they're loyal to you, and they'll help you out. Like just being around people who are loyal to you is like helpful. That came out in your reading yesterday too. Just surround yourself with loving, kind people and loving, kind thoughts about yourself. And then persevere, have patience. Huh. That's lovely. 3308. Should we pull any more? You know what? I'm like strangely feeling like that should be. Yeah, let's see. Shaman Oracle? The Gatherer. I literally just flipped these over. I was like considering it. And the Crow. I actually want to read the Crow and the Coyote. All three of these. That's cool. Nice. Okay, so I felt like drawing on these shaman cards just to close out the message. The Gatherer came up in a full moon ritual that I posted on my channel. It might have been in September. It might have been in September or October. So if you participated with me in that ritual, or you did something like a ritual back then, this card came out, and you might go back and like look at what you asked for or look at what you manifested or wanted to manifest and see what's come for you since then. Like you may have made a lot of progress in just the last few months. You might be 21 years old. You have 2-1 and 1-2 here. That's really interesting. You're definitely closing out some cycles in your finances and in your creations, in your ability to create. Like whatever was keeping you stuck is moving forward. Before we cultivate grains, we collect the wild bounty of nature. The gatherer finds abundant seeds, nuts, berries, and wild greens, where the ordinary person sees only barren soil. Yeah, like there's definitely something here about communing with like plants. The gatherer is the provider, the forager, and the gardener who collects roots and vegetables for the long winter when game is scarce. She does not hoard, trusting the bounty around her. This card is also about trusting the bounty around you. You don't need to take more than is necessary for you at this time, which might be something you're doing from a like previous lack mentality. Look at the resources you already have close at hand. This is a time of abundance. Everything around you is ripe and ready for harvest. Banish the notions of scarcity that have limited your choices and colored your destiny. Your density. What? Your destiny. Pack your food for the winter and start with the low hanging fruit that is all around you. That's beautiful. So this is your Nine of Pentacles. This is the energy that you embody to move into this Nine of Pentacles. And I'm feeling like you're already here. Again, you're working on your perception. It's totally okay. Um, being a human being requires going through cycles, right? Cycles of change are just part of life. And then I pulled the crow reversed because there's a crow. Where is it? On the Ace of Swords. Yeah, on the Ace of Swords reverse. And then she's like in this bird's nest, right? And then we have the language of birds, speak the language of birds. And there's a dove here. So crows are also magical and so, so smart. And this crow reverse energy, it reminds me of this Ace of Swords reverse energy just because crows reverse can mean like overthinking, right? So 13. The crow reverse says, be true to your word. Crow arrives just as we have convinced ourselves that what we are doing is right and justified. And while this may be the case in the realm of relative truth, in the higher realm of absolute truth, it is not. Look deeply into your heart and remain alert, lest you convince yourself of something that isn't deeply true for you, or perhaps is not the highest truth. Do not seduce yourself with illusions. I'm still curious what this illusion is for you. I think the illusion is just that, again, like you're not enough. Um, the Emperor reverse, yeah, that's clarification. The Emperor reverse is somebody who's controlling, manipulative, unkind, potentially a gaslighter, uses their power to manipulate others. So if you encountered somebody like this in your past or dealt with somebody like this in your past, you have the major arcana 4 here and then 4 of swords to clarify, just 4 4. um you're just healing from having been through a connection with somebody who was just unkind to you and helped to establish a sort of scaffolding in your psyche around not enoughness that like had you just go 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 all the time, fight or flight mode. You've overcome that, you're overcoming that. This coyote is a step in the new direction of your ego identity. To me personally, coyotes represent new ego identities. They've appeared as a totem in my dreams multiple times. The coyote is the symbol of the sacred trickster, the one who provides detours for growth and understanding by ensuring that things don't go as planned. The coyote brings the energy of divine deception to set you free from the shackles of that which doesn't serve you. Sometimes it appears that you will get everything you want, only to find that coyote brings you the opposite of what you hoped for. The lessons offered by coyote may at first appear confusing, but they are most sacred and always for your highest good. If coyote calls to you, this is a time to pay special attention to detours and disappointment, as they are true tests of faith. You've set your intentions and turned them over to Great Spirit. Oh my gosh, coyote is clarifying, turning over your burdens to Spirit over and over and over. This is coming up for you over and over, over and over. You may find yourself lost and confused when it appears you are being led off course, off the path leading to your most cherished dreams and desires. Remember this: Coyote is a sacred trickster and may be leading you into challenges to ensure that you are ready to handle what you've set in motion. Great growth and understanding come to you when Coyote calls your name. Oh, that's beautiful. So, Coyote is showing up here to allow you to look back at this um, disappointment that you've moved on from, not necessarily as a detour, but as part of the journey. Man, just thinking about, again, the never ending story. When Atreyu meets the princess at the end, he's like, "You knew this whole time, like, that I wasn't going to be able to do anything to help you? Like, why did I even bother going?" And she's like, "Because you had to, because it's part of the journey." And he's like, "But I didn't meet a human. I couldn't get outside of the world." She's like, "But you did." And like, the only reason that a human is paying attention at all is because the whole journey happened, right? Um, and so the human who's reading the book is able to like save the world, and it's because Atreyu took the journey. So it might seem a little silly, but this is you kind of looking back and realizing, like, if I had just been born and then gone to point Z, right? Like, the journey wouldn't have happened and it wouldn't have like accumulated meaning. And it's like all of these sort of winding pathways that we take that like color our lives with meaning. Um, Not to wane too philosophical about it, but there it is. Anyway, I hope this reading was helpful. And if it was, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. You can book a personal with me on my Etsy. I have a few options right now. I'm looking to add a few more, but I just haven't quite gotten around to it yet. If there's something that might interest you to see there, go ahead and put it in the comments. Let me know. You can donate on my Cash App, and you can join Patreon for $5.55 a month as a member. Otherwise, Scorpios, I hope you have a really lovely weekend. If I can do a Sunday reading, I will. And thank you all for being here. Have a good weekend.